And now, it's about that time.
Pre-record on my count. 7, 6, 5, 4. Here we go, Roger.
And on Insights, two eyes in the middle. INSIIGHTS, where we always talk the talk.
Hello, everybody. With me today. Looks like mine is muted. Okay. Hello, everybody. This is Mickey Clayton, the coach, and needing no introduction and anywhere in civilized America is
the reporter. Is me, your reporter's favorite reporter. What's happening, Coach?
Oh man, we're gonna do something a little different. You know, we usually go right to the comments, but I'm gonna share something with you that I got off Twitter. Oh man, this is one of the funniest things I've seen on Twitter in a minute.
Oh shit. Oh, that first. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? You talk about leaving the building. Elvis has left the building, ladies and gentlemen. Elvis has left the building. OMG. Wow. He doesn't have brakes on that thing? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Does that mean that just for doing that, does that mean that he really didn't even deserve to win the race? I mean,
you know, he reminded me of Cowboy fans always falling on their face.
Oh,
Pow.
Oh no, shots fired. Oh my goodness. Oh, pizzazz.
I told him. I'm ready this week.
Oh.
I told him. Tried to tell him.
Oh.
He mess with me.
He said that the Cowboy fans always falling on their face. Oh. Mic dropped.
Boop.
Mic dropped.
Face plant.
Yes. Face plant. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir, boy. I'm waiting on the comments. They're gonna come hot and heavy next week. That's for sure.
They got the right one, baby. Uh-huh.
They got the right one, baby.
Mm-hmm.
One of our listeners, regular listeners, watches every week, always gives a comment. And on the undrafted free agents, they made the comment that being a rookie free agent is a rough road unless you are really, really good. But most certainly it can be done.
Agreed. I mean, number one, you have to be good to even get invited. They're not going to invite me to rookie camp. So you got to be good. And once you get there, though, you got to show, like I said last week, you have to make a statement. You have to have them remember your name. And if you keep them in the forefront, you have a chance.
Okay. Now, somebody else made a comment about the lack of HBCU draft selections.
Okay.
And they said, out of Orlando, Florida, they said, I'm wondering if all the commotion about supporting HBCUs and picking HBCUs, if this is a backhanded attempt to stifle that movement of picking an HBCU institution over the Blue Bloods. I thought that was interesting.
Very. I like that.
That required a little thought there.
Yeah. Let's think about that one. Let me marinate on that one for a little bit.
Okay. Then we had one You know, the NCAA, talking about the Cowboys falling on their face. But the NCAA and how they treat women and their women's sports is just horrendous. You know, and they canceled, they said the golf course was not playable. It wasn't at a championship level. And one of the students said that they played in the snow for the conference the previous month. But the LSU regional can't play a course that's playable, but not at a championship level. And they came out, told them that it was not playable at a championship level, and then turned around, walked away without answering any questions. The NCAA's treatment of how they do women athletes is just really disgraceful. And somebody else made a comment on Twitter. They said, quit treating women athletes as second-class citizens. They work as hard as any man out there. Another comment. I thought courses not being in great shape due to weather was part of the competition. Who handles it better? They said, hell, if the NCAA were in charge, they would cancel the British Open every year.
Or that tournament they had last week, that PGA tournament that was pouring down raining. Oh. But like you said, NCAA.
NCAA. And we actually, I mean, those are just some of the more interesting things that we found on the on Twitter and social media, and some of it was comments and things that our supporters have given us. Now, in our segment again, Dr. Prasad's recommendation, and we appreciate it because we're still working on it, and we have what we have. The remembering the legends component.
Coach, you hear a lot of people talk about doing whatever it takes to be successful. But when the rubber hits the road, most falter under the pressure. This is not the case for former Major League Baseball player Malik Smith, whose story is one of hard work, belief, and perseverance. A native of Tallahassee and Tallahassee Ricketts, Smith made his Major League debut as a 22-year-old with the Atlanta Braves. Now at 28, Smith has to overcome an injury and a return to the minors to get back to the big leagues. But I wouldn't bet against him. See, back in 2011, Smith was drafted right out of Ricketts in the 13th round by the Milwaukee Brewers. Instead of being happy with that, Smith decided not to sign with the Brewers and instead bet on himself and went to Santa Fe Community College for a year. That 1 year of college was huge, as Smith once again was drafted, but this time in the 5th round by the San Diego Padres. Displaying a knack for stealing bases as well as being a better than average speedy outfielder, Smith bided his time, spending 2 years in the Padres minor league system before getting traded to the Atlanta Braves, and then spending 2 more seasons in their minor league. His big break came in 2016 when he was called up to the Braves in April, and in his debut, singled off a future Hall of Famer, Max Scherzer. He made it, right? Not so fast. It just got wilder. Smith broke his thumb 2 months later before returning to the Braves in September and finishing out the season. But then, in the offseason, he was traded not once, but twice on the same day. He was traded from the Braves to the Seattle Mariners, who then traded him to the Tampa Bay Rays. But that's when he came into his own. In 28, Smith set career highs with 141 games played, batted .296, drove in 40 runs, had 40 stolen bases, and led the league with 10 triples. Following the season, however, he was traded back to the Mariners. Even then, he led the league with 46 stolen bases. He stayed there 2 more seasons before becoming a free agent in September of 2020. Smith signed with the Mets in November and was invited to spring training, but he will start the year in the minors after he recovers from injury. At 28, some may believe Smith's best days are behind him, but this is a person who believes in himself and is willing to do whatever it takes to get another shot.
Your boy Malix.
And a Rick Brown feature. Malik Smith, the son of Mr. Excitement, Michael Smith, former football player at Florida A&M University, and his mom, who was a big-time track runner, older brother who played football at University of Arkansas, sisters who ran track, tried out for the Olympics, come from a family of quick twitch student athletes.
Say, can you say that 3 times?
No. Oh boy, that's a story there. We actually tried to get his coach, the high school coach, but he got sick, and his baseball coach, and they tell a story that back when he also played football, one of the star running backs got hurt. He said the baseball coach came out, wanted to make sure that Malix was safe and that they didn't get a ball to him too much because he didn't want to see the baseball season go up in smoke. But congratulations to the Smith family and a family of athletes, all who've done well. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Now, to your NBA play-in game.
Oh, my goodness.
Let me see if I can make some money off the NBA. Oh, there you go with the Wizards. Let me see if I can make some money, and the Lakers, off the NBA. And now this is what I'll say. I still think it's a money grab. I just hands down think it's a money grab. The only positive out of it in this money grab is the added pressure on the last week of the season when teams were trying to get into play-in games, and all of a sudden they played with more intensity.
That can be worth it because the last game of the season, those teams in 9th and 10th, usually they're like, okay, let's just go through the motions and get ready to catch this flight to Jamaica somewhere for the off season.
Mm-hmm.
But they did have to buckle down, and I mean the Wiz, they jumped from 10th to 8th. So now they play the Celtics in the last week. So, and that gives them a better shot. But I agree with you, Coach. I don't like it. I think the top 8 teams should be there, period. You didn't play a full schedule, but you played enough games to have a legitimate season. And now you're going to extend it even more.
NBA trying to appease their partners, the television partners, by having some games on television and for all the games that they missed last year. And they're trying to make up some of that revenue. And it's like if you get a kid that he's getting ready to come out early and declare for the draft, and you say, oh, well, he's going to be top 5. He's going to be a lottery pick. No, stay in school another year. He never recoups that money that he misses that year he returns back to school. The NBA will never recoup the money that they lost from COVID-19. They won't recoup that money. I don't care how many games they try to play. And my wife, who's not an NBA fan, she says the only game she likes to watch is when the season first starts and when it gets to the playoffs. She said the rest of the season is so long that most of the time they play like it doesn't matter.
She's right. She's absolutely right there. What I'm concerned about is they're going to get good ratings because of this. They're going to get good ratings.
You think so?
Well, look at the matchups.
Number one matchup people are watching, that's Lakers and Golden State.
Now, suppose the Lakers lose. then
they
they
lost. I mean, the Golden State has a pretty good following.
and they can shoot. I mean, Steph Curry the last month of the year. All right, I won't go to last month, but no, the last month he's been putting up numbers. I mean, 3-pointers like crazy, and you have a puncher's chance here. But the 7-8 matchup, I mean, if you lose, then you play the winner of the 9-10 matchup. So you're in it. You're still in it. You still got a shot. But I'm afraid that the NBA is going to say, hey, that worked out pretty well. Let's do this for eternity.
Oh, they're going to do that. That's a given. Now, what about LeBron and his I'll never be as good as I was? That's my homeboy. But he gives himself a built-in excuse. And if he does well, then man, LeBron just really came along and did good. But if he doesn't, he said, well, I told you I would. Nobody's the same as what they were last year. I mean, and he's getting to that point. And I always felt that the season was so short, or it wasn't much time for them to rest between the season, the COVID-19 year, to then come back and play now. I just think that those guys didn't get enough chance to rest their bodies, especially those teams that play deep in the year.
Those bowl teams, definitely. And for the older squads, I mean, and you mentioned Bron. I mean, the injuries he had this year, especially the ankle injuries. I've never heard Bron have an ankle injury before. And being an athlete, you know how ankle injuries are. Mm-hmm. They don't go away. Not right away anyway.
Right.
You need time. And when I say time, I mean months for that ankle to get back right. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have months now. It's going to be interesting. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. I would agree that it is going to be interesting. Now, did you see, and we tried to get him on tonight's show, but he already had an earlier commitment. Did you see the MEAC and the SWAC signed 6-year contract with ESPN for the Celebration Bowl?
Excellent. Now, is
that a sincere response, or that kind of looks like a sarcastic clap?
Okay, I understand the rationale with the Celebration Bowl. It's
the Black College National Championship game.
I understand. I guess I'm young old school in the sense that, and I guess Coach Ernest Joe got me into this. Billy Joe, I'm sorry.
I was going to ask you who was Ernest Joe. So
Kathleen High School in Lakeland, Florida. Ernest Joe.
If you drink the right drink, you won't have these mental lapses where, that's still the wrong thing. You need to drink the right drink so you won't have these mental lapses.
Anyway, he got me spoiled going into the playoffs. And so I'm a playoff guy, even though I know that, number one, they see the black college teams wrong every year. Number two, is not a moneymaker for black colleges. I understand all of that, but I'm still a playoff guy. So,
well, we're going to have John Grant on probably next week.
Good. I can talk to him about that then.
And we will be able to discuss some things on it. Now, the last thing I want to close out with is COVID-19. The fact that I went to 2 doctor's appointments I had today. I like to get mine out of the way on one day. Don't have to see him for an extended period. But one of my doctors told me, said that on our show, could we continue to mention to our community that we need to take our COVID shots?
Yes.
He said here in Tallahassee, they're probably averaging 5 to 6 people admitted to the hospital on a daily basis, which the newspaper does not say. He said there was a woman who gave birth. 2 weeks later, she contracted COVID-19. Following week, she died. Her husband contracted it. He died. Baby less than a month. And with 5 children. And both mom and dad refused to take the vaccine, did not want to take the shot. And I'm just saying, I got mine in February. I got both shots, Pfizer shots. I mean, people, you need to take the shots. You need to
And
take.
listen,
This is what the doctor said. He said there is a third wave coming. He said it's a third wave coming, and he said it's going to hit the younger people. He said not the older people and the overweight with all these underlying conditions. Is going after the younger people and those without previous medical conditions.
you know, think about this. They say if you take the shot, then you won't die. That's good enough for me. I mean, that is good enough for me. And listen, folks, I was one of those who was skeptical at first about taking these shots. I wanted more data. I wanted blah, blah, blah. But then I started thinking, you know, I have family that's getting up in age. Fortunate that my mom is still around, and I can't go see her unless I get my shots. So my thing was, if you don't do it for you, do it for someone you care for. Do it for someone you want to see, someone you want to hug. It's no joke out there, people. A lot of people died over this. Died.
And still dying.
Yes.
This thing isn't over, doggone. And it shouldn't take a lot of sense to look and see what's happening around the world to know that every single time this hits a wave overseas, we get a wave over here.
Yep.
You know, and our community has been derelict in terms of getting those shots. You know, we don't believe in it and all of that, but we need to get those shots. So that's my issue for the day.
Hey, y'all, what's up? Y'all get ready to leave. I need you to go on down there and hit the subscribe and the like button. Yeah. We appreciate that. Hit. No, don't get no attitude. Just do that and hit the subscribe, hit the like, write a comment. Tell us something about the show. Tell us something about what we said. Now, hold up. I might not like what you say, but I'm for sure gonna read it and comment. And some of it we even use in the next shows. There you go. Down there, hit that button. That's right. There you go. We appreciate that. Appreciate it. That's how Insights grows. We all support each other. Don't do that. Don't get pissed off. Go on and take one more sip of that beer. Yeah, sports fans, that's what we do. We appreciate you. That's it. We appreciate you a lot. Insights appreciate you. Both me and Rick from MicknRick Insight Sports TV. We appreciate you.
I ain't got nothing to say.
I want to say this to our guy, Maurice Fudge. Hello, we appreciate the shout out. We see you over there in the commentary, but we also want you to know that we saw you and we appreciate you taking the time to say something to us. You just heard what we just said on the airway right there. Did you like that? You like that, Rick?
I like it.
All right, hit the subscribe button. Hey, we need that support. We appreciate that.
Stay up to date with the latest from Insights. Visit our website at insights.com. 2 I's in the middle. INSIIGHTS.
Insights is the copyright of Mac4 Enterprises, a Florida corporation. This broadcast is produced under the exclusive ownership of Mac4 Enterprises and is the intellectual property and trademark of Mac4 Enterprises. Comments of the host and other individual speakers on Insights represent their independent thoughts and representations.
Okay. I got a refrigerator to move.
Hey, I appreciate y'all, and we will see you next week.
All right. Hey, listen. Thanks for the comments though, and thanks for the critique. I heard it. I feel what you're saying.
Hey, good night, everybody. This is Mick and Rick. We signing off.
Yo.
Yo.